Georgia State University. Georgia State, or GSU, is a public research university in Atlanta, Georgia. Founded in 1913, it is one of the university system of Georgia's 4 research universities. It is also the largest institution of higher education by enrollment based in Georgia, and is in the top 10 in the nation in number of students, with a diverse majority-minority student population of around 54,000 students, including approximately 33,000 undergraduate and graduate students. The motto is "Truth shall overcome," and the nickname is Panthers. Georgia State is classified among our 1 doctoral universities, very high research activity. The university, over $200 million in research expenditures for the 2018 fiscal year, ranked first in the nation among universities without an engineering, medical, or agricultural school, the 3rd year in a row. The university is the most comprehensive public institution in Georgia, offering more than 250 degree programs in over 100 fields of study spread across 10 academic colleges and schools. Georgia State has 2 libraries: University Library, which is split between Library North and Library South, on the main campus, and also divided among the perimeter college campuses, and Law Library, which is located on the main campus. Together, both libraries contain over 13 million holdings and serve as federal document depositories. Georgia State has a $2.5 billion economic impact in Georgia. Georgia State University's intercollegiate athletics teams, the Georgia State Panthers, compete in NCAA Division I Sun Belt Conference, with the exception of Georgia State's beach volleyball team, which competes in CUSA. Georgia State is a founding member of the Sun Belt Conference. Initially intended as a night school, Georgia State University was established in 1913 as the Georgia School of Technology's Evening School of Commerce. A reorganization of the university system of Georgia in the 1930s led to the school becoming the Atlanta Extension Center of the University System of Georgia, and allowed night students to earn degrees from several colleges in the university system. During this time, the school was divided into 2 divisions: Georgia Evening College and Atlanta Junior College. In September 1947, the school became affiliated with the University of Georgia and was named the Atlanta Division of the University of Georgia. For its first 4 decades, the school was treated as an off-site department of its parent institution, Georgia Tech, until 1947, and UGA after 1947. Accordingly, its chief executive was called a director. However, in 1955, the Board of Regents made it an autonomous 4-year college under the name Georgia State College of Business Administration. Walter Sparks, who had served as director since 1927, became the newly autonomous institution's first president. In 1961, other programs at the school had grown large enough that the name was shortened to Georgia State College. It became Georgia State University in 1969. In 1995, the Georgia Board of Regents accorded Georgia State Research University status, joining the University of Georgia, the Georgia Institute of Technology, and Augusta University. The first African American student became enrolled at Georgia State in 1962, a year after the integration of the University of Georgia and Georgia Tech. Annette Lucille Hull was a Lithonia social studies teacher who enrolled in the course of the Institute on Americanism and Communism. The Peachtree Road Race was founded in 1970 by Georgia State cross-country coach and Dean of Men Tim Singleton, heading it in its first 6 years before turning it over to the Atlanta Track Club. Over its 100-plus-year history, Georgia State's growth has required the acquisition and construction of more space to suit its needs. During the late 1960s and early 1970s, numerous buildings were constructed as part of a major urban renewal project, such as the Pullen Library in 1966, Classroom South in 1968, the expansion of the Pullen Library in 1968, the Arts and Humanities Building in 1970, the 10-story General Classroom Building in 1971, now called Langdale Hall, the Sports Arena in 1973, and the 12-story Urban Life Building in 1974. In addition, A raised platform and walkway system was constructed to connect these buildings with each other over Decatur Street and various parking structures. In the 1980s, another round of expansion took place with the acquisition of the former Atlanta Municipal Auditorium in 1979, which was subsequently converted into Alumni Hall in 1982, and then to Dahlberg Hall in 2010, and currently houses Georgia State's administrative offices. That same year, the College of Law was founded in the Urban Life Building, and the title building on Decatur Street was acquired and converted into the College of Education's headquarters and classroom space. In 1988, the 9-story Library South was constructed on the south side of Decatur Street, which was connected to the Pullen Library via a 3-story high footbridge officially referred to as a link, and effectively doubled the library's space. Georgia State continued this growth into the 1990s with the expansion of Alumni Hall in 1991, the opening of the Natural Science Center in 1992, and the acquisition of the former C&S Bank building on Marietta Street in 1993, which is now the home of the Robinson College of Business. Georgia State's first move into the fairly popular district was the acquisition and renovation of the Standard Building, the Haas Howell Building, and the Rialto Theater in 1996. The Standard and Haas Howell buildings house classrooms, offices, and practice spaces for the School of Music, and the Rialto is home to Georgia State's Jazz Studies program and an 833-seat theater. In 1998, the Student Center was expanded toward Gilmer Street and provided a new 400-seat auditorium and space for exhibitions and offices for student clubs. A new student recreation center opened on the corner of Piedmont Avenue and Gilmer Street in 2001. In 2002, the 5-story Helen M. Adderhold Learning Center opened on Lucky Street amid controversy over the demolition of historical buildings on its block. Most recently, in 2004, the Andrew Young School of Policy Studies was moved to the former Wachovia Bank building at 5 Points. The newest incarnation of the university's strategic plan gives an outline for the university's growth from 2011 until 2016, and a brief overview that will be amended for up to 2021. In 2016, an extension to the Petty Science Center was completed. Plans exist for the building of Graduate Student. On May 31, 2012, the Athletics Department released a new facilities master plan. The plan includes upgrades and renovations to the GSU Sports Arena, including new outdoor sand volleyball courts which have since been completed, as well as plans to build new baseball, softball, and soccer stadiums. In 2013, Georgia State University was one of 6 universities in the nation, and the only in Georgia to be named a next-generation university by New America for its proven commitment to expanding enrollment, focus on the neediest of students, and the success of its ethnically diverse student body. On August 31, 2006, Georgia State announced that it would be participating in a supercomputing grid with the installation of an IBM P575 supercomputer in its Network Operations Center through an initiative known as SuraGrid. Eventually, 24 universities in 15 states throughout the Southeast United States will form the research backbone, and at its peak, the network will be able to perform over 10 trillion calculations per second. University of Georgia and Kennesaw State University are also part of the SuraGrid. Physics at Georgia State is split between physics and astronomy. Areas of research range from atomic physics, biophysics, condensed matter physics, neurophysics, nuclear physics, and physics education and innovative instruction. The astronomy program uses many observatories, including the Lowell Observatory in Flagstaff, Arizona, and the Small and Moderate Aperture Research Telescope System in Chile, and the Cara Array on Mount Wilson Observatory in Los Angeles County, California, Hard Labor Creek Observatory in Rutledge, Georgia, and the Urban Life Observatory, all of which are operated by Georgia State. Astronomy is now also a partner in the Apache Point Observatory 3.5M telescope. Biological research at Georgia State is divided into 4 categories: applied and environmental microbiology, cellular molecular biology and physiology, molecular genetics and biochemistry, and neurobiology and behavior. The AIM program concentrates on the environmental, industrial, and medical aspects of microbiology, including bioremediation, toxicology, genetics, cellular responses, and natural product biosynthesis. Cellular and molecular biology and physiology focuses on the function and regulation of eukaryotic cells and organisms, doing research including signal transduction, cancer, immunology, virology, immunology, and diabetes research. The neurobiology and behavior program is involved in research focusing on topics such as neurobiology, behavior, hormonal action, developmental neurobiology, and vertebrate sexual plasticity. To name a few, Georgia State is currently the only university in the United States operating a BSL-4 lab, the highest biosafety level at level 4 conditions. These labs are currently used to investigate herpes B virus, hantavirus, and Ebola. The College of Arts and Science is home to several centers, institutes, and areas of focus, under which the departments of chemistry, biology, psychology, and other college-wide departments can collaborate on interdisciplinary subjects. The Language Research Center specializes in language research, with bonobos and chimpanzees. Kanzi, a male bonobo raised at the center, has become famous after learning to communicate via lexigram with his researchers. The Center for Neuromics promotes the study of the nervous system using informatics and computational approaches. The Neuroscience Institute comprises neuroscience faculty in all departments across the College of Arts and Sciences. The Center for Research on Atypical Development and Learning was founded in 1998 to stimulate basic and applied research spanning developmental, clinical, and education psychology, neuropsychology, special education, and speech-language pathology. The Center for Behavioral Neuroscience is composed of more than 60 researchers over 7 other Atlanta institutions, including Emory University and Georgia Tech. The institute was originally established in 1998 by a grant from the Robert W. Woodruff Foundation. The Center for Neuroinflammation and Cardiometabolic Diseases focuses on how brain inflammation may contribute to a number of serious health conditions. The Center for Advancing Brain Imaging is a joint venture between Georgia State University and Georgia Tech, providing state-of-the-art neuroimaging facilities for studying brain behavior relations in children and adults. The Center for Studies on Africa and its Diaspora is a multidisciplinary hub that supports research and academic initiatives, artistic efforts, and public programming, including exhibits, lectures and conferences, and advance policy proposals that target issues of concern to the African diaspora. The Center for Translational Research in Neuroimaging and Data Science Trends is a tri-institutional effort supported by Georgia State, the Georgia Institute of Technology, and Emory University that is focused on making better use of complex brain imaging data through improved analysis, with the goal of identifying biomarkers that can help address brain health and disease. The 16 Georgia State varsity athletic teams compete in the NCAA's Division FBS as members of the Sun Belt Conference, with the exception of Georgia State's beach volleyball team, which competes in Conference USA. The university has won conference championships in basketball men's and women's, baseball, golf men's and women's, softball, soccer men's and women's tennis, and beach volleyball. The beach volleyball team has been ranked among the top 10 programs in the country every year since its inception in 2013. The Georgia State Marching Band has received many honors, which includes performing in 2013 for the second inauguration of Barack Obama, the 2014 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, the 2019 Super Bowl Lee halftime show, and the 2022 Tournament of Roses Parade in Pasadena, California. The school's coat of arms is registered in the College of Arms in the City of London. The Latin motto means, "Truth is strong and will conquer," or alternatively, "Truth is valuable and shall overcome." The panther holds the symbol of education, with the quill in red to symbolize the fire in Atlanta's city emblem. The gold coin indicates the university's beginnings as a business school. The crown August is a representation of the Stone Mountain granite. The center flame is an eternal flame in honor of the first president, George Sparks, and represents flames of scholarship and the burning of Atlanta. Since its opening, Georgia State has graduated more than 227,000 alumni. Currently, an estimated 100,000 alumni live in the metro Atlanta area. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more informative content.